EGM Network.
Treasure Coast Connector. Connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. This episode is partially sponsored by Libby Weissman and her team at Senior Transition Navigator and Luxury Homes of the Treasure Coast. They work with seniors and their families, helping with all types of transitioning services like downsizing, decluttering, packing, moving, relocation, and much more. Call Libby for a free consultation, 772-783-2800, or visit seniortransitionnavigator.com and luxuryhomesofthetreasurecoast.com. Well, 6 years ago, April 2019, that's when I got started with Treasure Coast Connector, the iHeartRadio show. And I loved putting together, there's so many like dynamic business people here. And I loved having them share their stories and connecting them to consumers in the community. And I have three amazing business women with me here in the studio. Tammy Crandall, she is with Journa Venture Travel and Tours, she's the owner, but she's with Barron Real Estate as a realtor. And if that's not enough for her busy day, she also has her own show on Taken TV called The Bucket List. And Gwen McLeod is the owner of Successful Solutions and Successful Solutions Recruiting and Staffing. So many different business services that she provides. And she is the executive director of We Leap. She wants to put an end to domestic violence on the Treasure Coast. And I have Eden Wood, and she is a nutrition coach. She is the owner of Beach Fit Treasure Coast, and she is amazing, helping people like myself just shed a ton of pounds. There's FCC, I can't say what I want to say, but it's a lot of weight that I lost. Ladies, thank you so much for being on this show. You're here to tell your story all over again.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
That was a lot. You guys do way too much. I only do one thing. I'm a lady of leisure, and I just do this show once a week, and I pretty much sit around on the couch.
Well, we love you.
So cheers. We did cheers before.
Yes,
but we have some sparkly, loveliness
Happy
here.
Happy anniversary.
I know.
Yes,
and
I can't believe it's been
Tammy,
6 years.
every year have you been on this anniversary show?
I have been on the anniversary show.
So we're going to start with you. Give us an overview of what, like a 1 minute, 30-second elevator pitch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If your favorite CEO were sitting here and wanted to know about you.
Preferably singing.
I could be singing, but it might take longer.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people know me as a singing travel agent, but I have a company that I own jointly with a partner of mine, Teresa Cheney, with Journa Venture Travel and Tours, as well as you mentioned, I'm with Barron Real Estate, as well as part or co-host with Rebecca Denise for the Bucket List Show podcast on Taken TV. And I absolutely love what I do, not just because of the freedom that it provides me as a human and as a woman, but, being able to help serve the people in my community, being able to help couples and friends and families reconnect. I just love that. That's my favorite part of what I do. I get to do that by either sending them off on a ship somewhere. I also refer to myself sometimes as a homecation agent. And the reason I call myself a homecation agent is because not only do I focus on vacations, but I also focus on putting people in a home that is a vacation to them. So helping them find a home that is a right fit for them.
Yeah. And even real estate investing for people that want to rent out their homes as well. So that's a good thing.
Absolutely. We live in a wonderful state where we have this seasonal opportunity on the coast and even inland. Some people come to our area here across the Treasure Coast because they're huge fans of the Mets.
Yeah.
So they love to come out for spring training. So we can, provide them with temporary stays in those rentals as well.
And Miss Gwen, what about you? I know all about you, but let's let everyone know about your brilliance.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for including me in this beautiful anniversary show.
Absolutely.
And I am Miss Gwen McLeod. I am the owner of Successful Solutions Multi-Service Business Center. We're located in beautiful Fort Pierce, and the emphasis is on multi-services. We provide quite a few services here within the community, and the whole reason for me wanting to launch a multi-service business in Fort Pierce is oftentimes people within our community have to leave outside of our community.
That's true.
And so with that being said, I initially started out just as a notary. When I first started, that was the only service that we provided, but there were always other services down with on the inside.
Yeah.
So basically, I end up moving and growing from the notary services, and now we provide live scan fingerprinting and background checks there. We also provide mobile services, so if they can't come to us, we can come to them.
Yep.
In addition to that, we do life coaching services, business coaching services there, trainings, you name it.
Yeah.
If you're in doubt, come check us out or
Yeah.
visit our website.
And then we're going to talk about your staffing solutions in just a moment.
Yes.
But Eden, you have helped people figure it out like myself. So
Thanks, Ellen. I'm so excited to be a
Yeah.
part of your anniversary episode. Yeah, so my name is Eden Wood. I am a metabolic balanced nutrition coach. I believe food is medicine. I help people of all ages find a new way of life in their health and their weight. And I do that through the Metabolic Balance Program.
Yeah.
This month, we've been focusing a lot on different ailments for different people and how food affects them, and also how their medications don't allow them to drop the weight. So we work with all of that, and we analyze their 36 blood values and come up with a food plan just for them.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to mix it up a bit. I'm going to turn to you now, Gwen. You're on. The spotlight is on you. Cindy likes to just amp that up. And before I forget, Cindy, 6 years, you and me, you have I have put her through everything. She loves my puns, especially. Yeah, but thank you, because you are surrounded. Can people see all the tech that's surrounding you? I don't know if they can see it, but you are almost 180 degrees surrounded by technology. It looks like an airplane dashboard. I'm not allowed to cross this line, just so you know. So now, what was the deciding factor for you to take that risk? Because you were a corporate gal, you were highly educated, Miss MBA, oh my goodness. What made you say, I'm going to just go out on my own? And you're renting a beautiful place for others to come and rent as well.
Yes.
So you've got a little overhead.
Well, I'm also a goal-oriented person. So my last job that I held before I made the launch into deciding to go full-time for myself was I worked for the Indian River County School District as a behavior analyst for 3 years.
So God bless you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. And I absolutely love what I did. I love being able to be a resource for the youth, for the parents within the school. But there were just a lot of politics that were in place that wouldn't allow me to be able to provide services in the manner that I felt that I could to help get these individuals to a better state.
Yeah.
And so I just decided right at the time where I had to make a choice whether I was going to stay contractually in that position for the rest of my life, so to speak, or if I was going to take the leap or take the initiative to swallow the fear and go out and start my own thing. And that's what made me do it.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to provide a service. In that area, it was more the coaching, the life coaching component of it. And wanted to be able to provide a service where I didn't feel limited or restricted, and being able to provide the knowledge, the wisdom, the prayer, or whatever it is that I wanted to do. Because when you're in school, you're limited with certain things that you can do. So, but that's what made me initially take the leap. And all I had under my belt at that time was the notary services. And I was in school for becoming a CP, a certified coach, a certified professional coach.
Yeah.
And so I did it, and I focused primarily on relationships, because I feel like the core problem and the core issue is always around some type of relationship,
Sure.
whether it's an intimate partner relationship, whether it's a working relationship, whether it's a friend or family relationship.
Yeah.
Relationships are the beginning to help with building and structure.
I agree. And so the transferable skills are amazing. And we're going to build on that in just a moment. But you, Miss Eden. Okay. So fun fact about Eden, and I've seen the videos, you loved the automotive industry. You loved
You're right. I
selling cars.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So then what made you decide to get into what you do?
Though that's interesting. My husband and I have traveled and lived in multiple different places. So because of that, I've held many different positions. But the thread throughout the Turks and Caicos in Canada and here in Florida has always been my love of fitness. I was a group fitness trainer. I'm a personal trainer. I've always loved health and fitness. And when I found Metabolic Balance for myself, I was just so impressed with the program and the idea of bringing that here and starting a business for myself. And at first, it was really about the hours. Can I be a mom and a wife and manage this and also have this career? But ultimately, it's become the most rewarding thing I've ever done to see people take control of their lives and change their lives and see people so happy and successful in a way that they've improved their health so much.
Yeah.
It's been the best decision I've ever made.
Oh, absolutely. And you and I go way back to
We
2011.
We do.
And you had an amazing career in banking.
I did.
You had a hard job. It's not easy to do what you did.
I was a market manager when I left. And, you know, I was in an industry that was forever changing. And those changes, you know, people don't realize what goes into all those changes. New systems every time, new policies and procedures. It was just getting
Fun,
to be
right? No,
well,
no, I say that sarcastically.
And I am a magnet for compliance and policy. I mean, I just can't seem to get away from that. So I decided if I'm going to do compliance and policy and those types of things, why not do something fun? I was side hustling the travel for a while. That was kind of my new 401k plan replacement. And because I figured if I'm going to retire, I don't want to retire in a rocking chair.
Right.
I want to be able to do something. So I made that change and pulled the trigger to do that independently on its own. And a lot of what drove me is I worked with a lot of small business owners and, you know, they don't take a break. They don't give themselves a break. So, you know, I thought I did some meetings for a while to help those business owners find a way to pull themselves away, decompress, and get back to it. And at the same time, much like, you know, what Eden mentioned, you know, you initially do that because you want to spend more time with family. You want to figure out how you can do that. So, so that was really the driver for me was, again, that helping side for myself and family to make that more enriching. And at the same time, to put myself in a position to have more control.
And it's been years for all of us. So I say, yay.
Yes.
We're doing pretty good.
Yes,
but you know
we
what
are.
Cindy is making us do? She's making us take a break.
Oh, my
okay?
goodness.
But we'll be right back. If you want to hear more about their latest business shenanigans, it's not shenanigans, it's real business. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs, and all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal Coastal Living, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're also the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Polywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a spring sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street filled with lots of brand name closeouts and sale items. and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sturgis Lumber is more than just lumber. Timber! Residential, commercial, and industrial applications. Sturgis has all of the hardware to help with your project. Visit SturgisLumber.com. 4 generations strong, Sturgis Lumber and Hardware. More than just lumber. Mini golf means max fun. Sunset Rotary Club presents Just Putzin' Around, sponsored by Millennium Cremation Service. Dinner served, prizes awarded, all for charity. Just Putzin' Around, Thursday, May 1st at Big Shots. Call 610-301-4879.
I feel the
Before she was a legend, she was just a girl with a dream. Beautiful. The Carole King musical tells the incredible true story of a young songwriter who found her voice and changed music forever. The passion and the triumph of a woman who shaped a generation. Don't miss Beautiful, the feel-good musical, now playing at Vero's beautiful Riverside Theater. Get your best tickets now at the box office or riversidetheater.com.
Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I am with Tammy Crandall, Gwen McLeod, and Eden Wood. We're diving right back into this conversation, and I would love to hear about one exciting thing that you are working on in your business, Gwen, with Successful Solutions.
Well, thank you so much for asking. With Successful Solutions, our latest endeavor or our latest addition to services is actually we are rolling out a staffing and recruiting services. Yay!
Because I used to be in that industry for years. I got people for you.
Well, I'm glad because I'm telling you how all of this came about. Is I was just doing so many fingerprints for nurses, and then I would have doctors coming in and sheriff's office, people traveling here and there. And they would be looking for jobs, and then I would have people that were looking for employees or sending their employees. And one day I actually was able to connect a doctor with a lady who had just, relocated to our areas that was looking for employment. And I did it all with just a phone call.
Did you get 20%? I'm just asking for a friend.
But I didn't at the time. It was just a friendly thing. But I said, you know what? This is another line of service that I could provide. So with that being said, I went through the process of creating Successful Solutions staffing and recruiting services. It is actually a new service, but we are not a new business. So don't get it twisted. We've been in the game now for about 8 years.
And there are so many transferable skills that you possess.
Yes.
As well as so many people that you know.
Yes.
So while this is a new service, like you mentioned, like the baby calf, just getting ready, you are not the baby calf. The service is the baby calf. The service is the baby calf. You're the mama cow. You know how to handle it. So good for you.
I'm actually looking for people who are looking for people. So if you are looking for new staff, if you are an employer that's searching for talent, I am here for you to help connect you with some quality talent. If you are an employee that is out there or someone that's seeking a profession, please give us a call, send in your resume. Let us see what we can do to get you both connected and have a successful outcome with this.
And you have the training services, and then you can also coach and counsel the job seekers for how to best present themselves, negotiate their package, and
then turn around and background screen them for you before we even send them.
Good for you. Good for you. Because Florida man and woman is running rampant. Maybe not. Okay, I'm just saying we hear Florida man and woman every now and then. So just got to be careful.
Yes.
Tammy Crandall, what is the one exciting thing that you would love to share?
Wow, one. You asked for one.
I know, because look at the time.
I know. My gosh.
Maybe I'll give you 2.
Okay.
But Eden has to go next, and then I'll circle back to you.
No, on the travel side of things, with Journey Adventure Travel and Tours, we always focus on multi-generational travel, group travel. So we have always got those things available. And the advantage for our clients is a great deal of savings. Doesn't mean you even have to be traveling with the group, but you can take advantage of group savings. So that's one.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so that's one. And then secondarily, on the real estate side of things, I've actually connected and am part of DDS for Vets, as well as National Veterans Alliance. So if you are a veteran and you are looking for, connections from out of the state, maybe you're transferring to this area or vice versa, we've got connections that can pull you together to do those things through National Veterans Alliance. So, and what that results in as far as benefits to our veterans, and we can never do enough for them. Okay, but it results in some discounts to them, to the suppliers and providers who provide them with the services through National Veterans Alliance when they do their loans and things through that organization.
Well, I love that. And Eden, what is one exciting thing that you're working on?
Well, this summer I have a few speaking engagements planned.
Yay!
Good. So I'll just be presenting to, it's mainly a group of ladies to explain not only metabolic balance, but offer some health tips for everyone.
Very
also,
good.
Metabolic Balance came out with a recipe book recently. My coach actually wrote it, and it's internationally bestseller. So it's been great for not only clients, but people interested in metabolic balance can read the recipe book and follow the 8 fundamentals and get on board with it that way.
So you are open to lots of speaking engagements. I just, Eden only has, you only have one kid. Your husband does most of the...
It's all the facing. You got plenty of time.
Yeah, more speaking engagements for all 3 of them. I mean, that would be wonderful. We even talked about training, even for the 8 rules that you have.
We did.
That would be an amazing first step training for people, because people do lose weight with that.
It's true.
What are the 8 rules? You'd have to go to BeachFit.
TC.com.
BeachFitTC.com, which reminds me, your phone number and your URL again, please.
My phone number is also on the website, but it's 772-979-3712. And
it's BeachFitTC.com.
And if you want to see our initial interview, it's also on there on the main page.
Very good. Very good. And then your contact information for everyone that is listening.
Okay.
Yes.
They can find us at successfulsolutionsllc.org. You can also find the recruiting staffing on that page. It's the first link. Just click on it and we'll take you over to our staffing and recruiting page as well.
Okay, very good. Oh, and your phone, do you want to give your phone number?
The phone number to our office is 772-788-2113.
Okay, very good. And Tammy, you got some numbers, you got some websites.
I got websites, yes. My number on the Journal Venture side of things is 772-882-3165. I can also be reached on my cell, 772-579-9536. In regards to websites, you simply go to journaventuretravel.com, or you can, as far as for homes, homecationagent.com.
Very, very good. So we only have a couple of minutes left. So I just want to say thank you to Libby Weissman for partially sponsoring this show. SeniorTransitionNavigator.com, LuxuryHomesOfTheTreasureCoast.com. She is a wealth of information for seniors and their, adult children. Oh my goodness. If my mom and I could have really used her help. Her number is 772-783-2800, SeniorTransitionNavigator.com, LuxuryHomesOfTheTreasureCoast.com. So we have about a minute left. Does anybody have a piece of advice, about what you would have loved to have said to your 20-year-old self? Does anybody want to lead with that?
I'll throw that out there because I thought about this.
Okay.
We talked about this in advance, and my thing would be, don't be afraid. The fear is going to be there. You push through the fear anyways, because that fear can hold you back for a longer period of time. You just got to pull the trigger, trust your skills, trust your skills and the education that you've got for yourself.
Yeah.
Because then you can share your wonderful self with people a whole lot sooner than having to wait.
Absolutely. You got 10 seconds of some wisdom, 15 seconds?
Believe in yourself and don't quit.
Good.
When no one else believes in you, you believe in yourself. And no matter what happens, don't quit.
Okay. Do you have 10 seconds?
Take care of yourself. Your health is the most important thing.
Love that. Without your health, you got nothing. And with that said, my name is Ellen Contreras, host of Treasure Coast Connector. I hope everyone has a safe, wonderful, productive week. And until next week, I miss you already.